It's been a long time coming. Let's do this. What's going on with everybody? Welcome. Welcome. We finally here. Welcome to Candid at the Movies. My name is Travis, and today on our first video, we're going to be reviewing the new movie straight to HBO Max. We are reviewing The Little Things, starring Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, and Rami Malek. It's a crime drama, overall psychological horror that's newer, and honestly, it was very something I was expecting to see. The trailers look good. Overall, great actors, award-winning actors. And today I'm going to tell you some of the best things about this movie. Overall, the acting is superb. Everybody plays their role. Denzel is usually doing his usual Denzel thing. Overall, you can't be mad at him. His character is very complex, which I really love that about it. Rami Malek did very well in his role. A lot of people like him in his show Mr. Robot. A lot of people liked him also in Bohemian Rhapsody. He did very well. At sometimes it kind of looked like he had Freddie Mercury's teeth in still, talking real weird and making weird faces. But overall, he did really good. And I know a lot of y'all are a little odd about Jared Leto, mainly because of how he acted with the good old Suicide Squad. Some of us liked it, some of us didn't like it, because his interpretation of the Joker was, man. But in this movie, overall, he was back to form, playing a very creepy character that, honestly, you didn't know how to judge him, which I love that. You didn't know if he was telling the truth, telling a lie. It just kept you very interested, which I love that about it. The cinematography in this movie is beautiful. It's very shot well. It looks great. The dark scenes aren't that bad to where you're trying to look to see what's going on. Like the last Godzilla movie, it was kind of hard to see stuff, but here you can see everything perfectly, which is great. Transitions in the movie, going from one scene to another, top-notch stuff. It's probably some of the better stuff I've seen in like the last year, which I can't deny that. And the movie is set also in the 90s, but it's not overdoing it, which is really good. It's not like we gotta beat you over the head. Hey, it's the 90s. Look at everybody in these lime green clothes. Anything else like that? Like overall, it was really cool. You saw like older cars, your semi-new 90s cars, but you saw like a lot of 70s, a lot of 80s cars. It's a good way of putting it in, especially in Los Angeles. You could get lost in going overboard with the 90s. So just that little bit of touch was something that I really appreciated. They didn't go overboard with 90s music. You got a lot more older music, because you got an older cast, which is really good. Also, for this to be a psychological horror, outside of seeing a couple of dead bodies, it's really not that gruesome. Like, it's nowhere near like a Saw level of gruesome, a 7 level of gruesome. It's nowhere near it. So you can maybe let your teenagers check it out, not your younger kids, but like if you got like a teenager or something, they want to see something different, let them check it out. It's not gonna hurt them. Just let them know, hey, this is a more adult themed movie, so it's pretty cool. But like all movies, there are problems. This is a slow burn. Some of you may not know what a slow burn movie is. It's gonna take its time while overall giving you a decent story. So you're not gonna have a lot of action. The script was not great. The actors did very well. They did their best to make everything good, but if you sit down and look at it, you're like, you could switch some things around. Why would this person do this? Overall, some things didn't make sense in the long picture. The story overall is layered weird. Like, after you watch it, you would be like, why did they show this at the beginning, but chose to show this at the end? That bothered me. Like, I know some people that were just like, oh, this is good, but I'm like, this thing is very glaring. Also, there are weird moments. When you see them, you'll kind of be like, oh, that is weird. It explains it, but just in the early narrative of the story, you're kind of like, what does this mean? Why are we doing this? I didn't like that. And also with the story, there is a twist in it, but to me, it once it happened, it made the overall journey of the whole movie seem like, so what was the point of all this? We didn't solve this. This wasn't solved either. So why did this happen? And also, the director, John Lee Hancock, he was okay. I didn't think he was anything special, even though he wrote it. This, honestly, it was just like, this doesn't fit you. Like, maybe if they gave it to someone else like David Fincher. Overall, it's a good film. I'm not gonna tell you that this is gonna be something that we're gonna hold high in Denzel's filmography. If this would have came out in theaters, like if the pandemic wasn't going on, this would have been number one this weekend, 100%. But I don't think it would have had a long staying power, to be honest. It may be 2 or 3 days, you'll probably forget it and then be sitting like, so what did happen? There are actually better films out there that have done the same thing. And I'll give you some recommendations. Zodiac. That came out a few years ago with Robert Downey Jr. and Jake Gyllenhaal. That is a lot better version of this, and it's based off a true story. The Bone Collector, starring Denzel Washington and Angelina Jolie. A lot better film compared to these two. Also, The Classic 7 with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. Classic, 10 times better. And even the small indie film that a few people know about, not too many, You Were Never Really Here with Joaquin Phoenix, aka The Last Joker. It's a very good film. I would tell anybody, check that out before you watch this one, Little Things. My final grade for this movie is a C. Check it out, rent it, watch it on HBO Max. Would I tell you to be in a rush to buy this movie if it comes out on Blu-ray or digital? If it's on sale. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for checking this video out. More than anything, I appreciate you for coming to give me a shot at this. I'm planning on doing more movie reviews with more of my friends and co-stars that are going to be in this. But hey, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Have a good one.